Going from a slower to a faster RAM kit at 32 gigs is going to be around a $70 difference, and a 64 gigabyte kit, the difference is about $160. Going from 32 to 64 gigs, in the best case scenario, using the lower speeds is around $250. If you're going for a 6000 CL30 kit, it can be around $340. In terms of FPS averages and lows, the difference is pretty small, within 5% across the board, and most people wouldn't even notice that in normal gameplay, and it's probably within margin of error, to be honest. But where capacity really shines is in the 0.1% lows. We saw 10 to 14% improvement there, and that translates directly into better frame time stability, fewer sudden dips, and smoother overall gameplay. If you've ever felt those tiny stutters in Tarkov during a raid and you're on 32 gigs, that's where that extra memory helps smooth things out. So while the average numbers don't jump off the chart, the worst case scenarios get a big upgrade, and for a game like Tarkov, I think that matters a lot. Now, what about faster RAM? Moving from 5600 to 6000 costs about $70 on a 32 gigabyte kit in the best case scenario I found, and about $160 in the best case scenario for a 64 gigabyte kit. Looking at the numbers, the differences are pretty small. We're talking 1 to 4% at most across average FPS, 1% lows, and 0.1% lows. Again, that's basically within margin of error for testing, and in practice, it's really hard to tell the difference while playing. So while the numbers did tick up slightly on paper, that cost per performance ratio is pretty poor, and you're paying a premium for gains that you're probably not going to notice in real gameplay. If it were me, I'd spend that difference on something that directly affects my experience, like a better mouse, better keyboard, a monitor upgrade, or just pocket that extra cash. So to sum it all up, if you want smoother gameplay and fewer severe dips, more memory is worth it. The difference in 0.1% lows show why 64 gigabytes is ideal for Tarkov 1.0. If you're trying to decide if you should spend more on slightly faster RAM, on the other hand, personally, I wouldn't bother because the gains are almost negligible, and to me, that money is better spent elsewhere or is better off just staying in your pocket. So for 2026, where RAM prices are just bonkers, thanks to AI companies gobbling up all the memory out there, leaving scraps for us consumers, I'd focus on capacity first if you want the most tangible benefit, and I wouldn't stress over squeezing out a couple extra percent from faster modules. Alright guys, that's all I've got for this one. I really hope it was helpful for you guys trying to decide on upgrades or builds. If it was, please consider using the affiliate links down below to make your purchases, as it really does help support the channel and helps me to continue bringing you comparisons like this. And if not, no problem. I just appreciate you being here and checking out my video. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.